Today is February 3rd, and this is Donovan. Donovan is a large warm blood gelding who's used for jumping. He's probably, I would say, close to 18 hands. He is a very sweet, gentle guy, and he has a bit of stiffness in his neck. So we started on his head, and he was very responsive to head massage. He relaxed a lot. He really enjoyed it as I softened, and I was able to get really nice work around his forehead, around his ears and eyes, through his cheeks and his mandible, and everything felt really terrific in his head. Working down his neck, his cervical trapezius and rhomboid, which is basically the top of his neck, was very, very hard, quite stiff. And so I spent a lot of time really working through those through that muscle and the ligaments, and I found a bit of banding along there as well, so I was able to kind of soften each piece of banding that I found and get him to relax into that, and he responded great. He's quite a sweetheart, and he was lots of licking, chewing, and he was enjoying that a lot. He really liked his cervical vertebrae stretching. He liked it, but he didn't do well at it. He's stiff enough that vertebrae isn't, or that neck isn't flexible enough to bend around the vertebrae the way I would like it to. And so I think I really encourage you to do a lot of neck stretching with him, whether you use carrots or you just kind of bend him and get him to bring his head around. In a gentle manner. Don't force it, but just really encourage it, because that'll help loosen things up too. But when the muscles are as tight as they are, it's a difficult task. And he liked it. He tried hard, but he didn't do well at it. He wasn't very successful. Working into his shoulders and his pecs. His pecs felt really great. Shoulder muscles all felt really, really great. I didn't feel anything that was bothering him. His scapula, the right-hand side scapula was quite tight. It did release eventually, mostly release. It took a bit of time and a bit of really deep kind of digging and pressing in there to kind of get that muscle to finally go. And it did. The left-hand side was much better. It was more responsive, quicker. But I was okay with the release we had. It was pretty good. Front leg stretching was okay. He wasn't as helpful with that as I would like to have seen, but he did okay with it, and he was a good boy. He did everything he could, I guess, without really doing a lot. He let me do the work, which is fine. I don't mind doing the work. Working up into his withers. Working into the other thing in his neck, his subclavin, which is his deep pec, which is the muscle right in front of the scapula. It's kind of right in the crook of his neck. That muscle was really sore, and as I worked that muscle, he worked with me. He pushed really hard. He wanted me to give him the deepest tissue massage I could there, and I did. And he really responded well to that. He really liked it. So that was really good, and that was a nice relaxing spot for him to enjoy once we kind of got it to loosen up. The withers, okay, back to the withers. Withers felt really, really great. He enjoyed it. I don't think they hurt. He responded really fantastic, and he really liked it a lot. So I spent a lot of time in his withers, and he was very happy. His head dropped down. He was blowing, he was yawning, and that was really a nice response to his withers. Both sides were really great. Through his back felt really, really good. I checked for alignment. Alignment felt really terrific. He really enjoyed his back massage. He was really, really blowing and licking, and down through his ribs and into his pecs, his posterior pecs, which is the pec along the bottom of his belly. He really enjoyed that. He was extremely relaxed and just very mellow and soft-eyed. So that was really nice. I climbed up on my stools to do his lumbar. His lumbar is a little bit sensitive. It was okay, but it was just a little bit responsive in spots. But again, he's a hardworking horse, so it's not that unusual. He did respond well to deep tissue massage in there, so that was really nice, and he seemed totally fine at the end. Working into his hips, his SI joint seemed a little bit weak today. right hand side. As I stretched his SI joint, I found that he's just a little bit. He had a little bit of a collapse in there, and I did a lot of stretching, so I think he's going to feel better. I did a lot of really deep tissue massage around the SI joint, and that felt good when I was done as well. His hip joints and his lumbosacral joints felt really, really good and solid. So I think it's just, just maybe a bit of tiredness, and I'm not too concerned about it, but definitely I'll check it again next time I see him. No, he was really good and very, very kind. He wasn't at all upset and nasty or anything like that, so it wasn't too bad. Working through his hips felt great. His hamstrings, everything felt really, really good. I was able to do a nice deep massage through that for him as well, which was nice. Back legs, again, he wasn't as super interested in helping out. He did well, but he wasn't super interested in doing his part. But that was fine. We did get a good stretch in all of his legs, so I was satisfied. Tail stretching was really nice. He was very relaxed through that, and I was able to do really nice tail stretching, and he did good, so that was good. Gelding scar felt fantastic, no problems with that. So in general, Donovan he's a lovely horse, and he had a really nice massage. The neck is a bit tight still, and again, I think we should try to revisit this in a couple of weeks and work through it again, and keep stretching his neck. He really needs that done. I encourage that a lot. And if you need help to figure it out how to do it properly, please let me know, and I can guide you through it. But the stretching is going to be a big part of him, and I encourage it before and after all rides. Every day he's handled, he should be stretched. So on that note, that's everything with Donovan. I'm going to do some carrot stretching, and then hopefully that'll be a little bit more limber. They tend to be a little more limber when they want to get a carrot, so that'll be good, and I'll do that now. And if you have questions, let me know. Thank you.